really good team tonight. I thought Hartford really did a good job. They're a veteran team, obviously extremely well coached, and they played hard for 40 minutes. And their guards, we finally got some turnovers that broke the game open, but their two veteran guards were terrific, Don and Lynch, and they played. I thought they played harder than we did for about 22 minutes, and we played either as hard or a little bit harder, and we played really good defense. We really played well the last 16, 17 minutes of the game, obviously, or else the game would have been a close game, and it wasn't at the end because we played so hard, and our defense just got ramped up. And this is that time of the year, this week, it's very difficult for our teams over the last 10 years because exams are next week, but this week a lot of times is harder than exams because of all the projects, papers, and sometimes it's the end of a course this week, not next week. And that changed about 10 years ago. And our teams historically, a lot of times we don't schedule a game during the week, this week. We just schedule it on Saturday. And just because we have to get games in, we did. And we know what can happen. And then when you play a team, if they don't show up, then we don't show up, we don't win. They showed up. And so we better show up, and we did. And Trey's pressure on the ball brought that offense, even though Lynch is so good, it still made them, it knocked them out of their routine. In the first half, we didn't pressure and we didn't deny, and they were able to go into a really good routine because they're well coached and they're good. And then we played a faster tempo that was dictated by our defense, and it turned out well. So that's it. It's the way it is. It's the way it is in a big city. That's the story. I'm sure I answered all your questions. It's a very extensive opening remarks. I think I opened, middle, and ended it. I actually thought I should get a good grade for this course right now. But if you think differently, then I'm open for questions. Even if you don't think differently.
Maybe elaborate.
Don't just jump in right away. I thought there'd be some hesitation. Pretty quick, right? I don't think I finished my sentence. No, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you talk about the defense. Duke leads the country in block shots. It's not something Duke has typically excelled in. You've got a whole bunch. Is that a point of emphasis or just a result?
No, we have guys that can block shots. But look, we've played really good defense in my 39 years here, man. And we haven't won because we haven't played. We've played great defense over the years, and this team can play great defense and it can block shots, and that helps. Or pressure shots. So we have to keep building on it. You have to keep building on it. It's not something that I can't teach them to jump. They can jump and they got long arms, they're gonna block shots. So I'd like to take credit for that, but the guy up above, I didn't take credit for it. It's all on you, all on you.
Javin had 5 of those blocks. He's had 2 games that he's pieced together. He's really doing well.
He is. He's playing, good point. He's playing more like he played in Canada. And he's getting a rhythm right now. And when you play against these teams that have 5 positionless people, or they don't play a low post, then it requires that 5th guy to be able to guard the ball. And he can do that. And in the lineup that we had in when we extended was with Jack in there, with the 4 freshmen. And but then Javin kept it up, and actually I thought Alex did a really good job in the second half.
Coach, you presented a charge to Blue Dove Nation a few weeks ago, telling them to kind of tone down on the criticism of the young players and everything like that. Would you say you've seen any improvement in that regard?
Yeah, I don't follow social media. I just heard that, so that's what I said. And it wasn't, you know, it's like 30 seconds of a press conference. So, you know, that's not gonna be a point of contention. Anyone wants to say anything about our team, they can say it. I give them freedom. Isn't that something in our Constitution?
It is. Freedom of speech.
See?
It is.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. However, I also have freedom of speech. So if I don't like your speech, I'm allowed to say that, right?
Absolutely.
What do you think? Do you think I like you or not?
I hope you like me.
I'm judging right now. So, you know, I'm good. But yeah, it was just because we went from one extreme to another in 15 days. Come on. Put 6 games in 15 days and traveled and did all, you know. Come on. You know, it's a long season. There's a lot of habits that they have. So I'm going to stick. Look, I love my guys. I believe in them. So every once in a while I'll say something like that.
When you have a first half where maybe shots aren't falling or you're not getting the transition opportunities that you'd hope, what is Trey's role in sort of keeping the energy up, identifying, you know, on the court where some of those opportunities might have been missed? Yeah,
well, it's not just Trey. Like, you bring up a good point about, like, I thought we had some really good shots in the first half, and we shoot a better percentage than we did. Then I thought we took not as good shots, and our defense never gave our offense energy. So with Trey, but it's not just on Trey, it's on everybody. Pick up the defense. If we're not hitting, then let defense kind of stir it up and give you energy. And that's, if we become the team I would hope we become, it'll be because of the energy we have on defense that will lead to offense. Because in transition, like, we're dynamite. You know, we're really good. And every once in a while in half court, whether it's man, a sloughing man, a converging man, or a zone, you can miss shots. But in transition, when you have numerical advantage, we're going to score. Yeah, and so Trey did that with his defense. You know, in the second, although we all did, it helped.
Mike, I apologize if you told this story before, but how did you first discover Jack White?
Yeah, we were looking at tape of guys. It was more in the middle of the year, and I saw him on tape. And I said, you know, I like his bounce. I like, you know, 6'6", and I checked with our friends in Australia, the people that I've gotten to know through international, and they didn't say he was a great player. They said he's a great kid and good student, and you know, he's followed the more traditional thing of not being as good as a freshman, being okay as a sophomore, and then kind of changing his body. Not kind of. He's about 12 pounds light. He's a really good athlete right now and real strong. And that's happened in our program when we have guys for a longer period. So he's been a huge asset for us.
Anything else for Coach?
Got it? All right, thank you.